Greetings, everyone. Welcome back. Welcome back. Hello. I am Monster to Mermaid. This is Minecraft with the Minecolonies mod and the Trade Post for Minecolonies mod. So a mod to mod a mod to mod Minecraft. And there are lots of mods. I have lots of mods, but doesn't everybody? Isn't that how we play Minecraft? I mean, even almost all the games have lots of mods, but Minecraft.
How are you?
Thank you, I'm fine. How are you doing? Oh, he was talking to me. I'm fine. Who are you?
Eat something.
Gregory. Of course Gregory is asking me. Gregory is the lead courier, and Gregory is, in fact, in charge of import and export. And I was just standing in the warehouse. This is the level 5 warehouse for the town of Jalapari. I'm in the manufacturing area of the town. This is Marcos's carpentry shop. We have 3 carpenters. This is the mining complex over here. The train station. This is part of Trade Post for Minecolonies. This train station is part of Trade Post for Minecolonies. It is a level 5. The rail that is running by the city, I should say, because it's not really running through the city. This rail was created for Trade Post for Minecolonies to connect an outpost. Hi, this is McKenna, is this you?
It is a fine day.
Hi, McKenna. It is good day? Good. McKenna's making us a new masonry shop. And she's almost done with the level 1, judging from the way this looks. And she is working on that right now. We already have a mason who is part of the mining complex. And we're using Old English style as the main style, and Old English style has a lot of nested buildings, and so we had a lot of buildings that we had to take care of in the beginning, specifically to make sure that we were going to have a hospital, for example, or a dining hall, or those things, because they were inside bigger buildings. This is what we thought we were going to do. We thought we were going to do an outpost, and this outpost was going to go through this mountain, and it does, over to the other side where Mr. Villager has a curated village of villagers, because we were going to have villagers, we were going to have a connection to villagers in that way. However, some changes have happened since then, and because of that, we are going to have some villagers in town, in keeping with a promise to Mr. Villager, who's here. I was just talking about you, and there you are. Hello. I'm good. How are you? How are you doing? It's nice to see you. Yeah, it's Monday. It's Monday. I was just explaining the changes to Trade Post for Minecolonies that happened. That has changed the way we thought the town was going to be. Jalapari is a farm town. It is a town that is producing its own food, and we are really happy with that. We have a huge farm section, which we're looking at right now, which starts with this climate-controlled greenhouse right here. And that is a climate-controlled greenhouse that allows us to do rice and soybeans and peas. They need hot and humid. And then we're crossing over all the farms in the farm country to the other climate-controlled Yay! Excellent. To the other climate-controlled greenhouse, which is doing hot and dry like a desert. And so we're able to plant nether peppers. We're able to plant chickpeas in this one. And then around all of these, this is interesting. Around all of these, we have outside farms. Sorry about that. My throat is waking up. And those farms are making all the food that we eat here. Now we have 2 sugar farms. The sugar farms are working. They are using the sugar farms. We just can only still, I don't know why, we can still only have 1 sugar field per farmer. And every single person says on Discord having to do with Minecolonies team says that no, they can have 4. But I cannot get it. So that means that I still have something that is affecting the mod, but I don't know what it is. What I'm going to do is look here for a second. And look at this. Dun, 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 dun. Yahoo! So this sugar farm is working. I was trying to see if I could get another field here. And I can't. I can only have cactus. I'm not having any cactus yet. And even this field, all these fields have been rebuilt. Except the cactus field, and the cactus field is working. This sugar field, at least it shows here, but it's been rebuilt. It's been rebuilt a couple times now, and it's still not working. The entire plantation was rebuilt, and it's not working. Sugar farm was rebuilt. Now the other sugar farm, I know it is. What's up for today? That's a good question. Let me see. Do you want to see what's happened? Do you want to see some of the stuff? Let's go up here. We've gotten some stuff done. We now have 4 peacekeepers. We only had Josie for all this time, and now we have actually 3 other peacekeepers, 3 other druids, and who are stationed in various parts of town. Let me see how much he's done. Okay, so they are getting cane, and he's crafting books, and it's just that it's so slow. And he's also doing cactus. So Jazz is working this field, and we added a second sugar to see. So both sugar farms, both climate controlled greenhouses have been completely enclosed. I think you saw some of that already. Let me take a sip of water. See if I can do something about rough voice. And yesterday, because we added some peacekeepers, I actually finished this guard tower here. This is the first one that is finished, so we added a table in here. I took the bed away from here. They don't use the beds, and I took the bed out of that part. The bed works perfectly up here in this area, and we can open this. And so we put beds in here, including a bed for me. And I still think I'm going to do it, Mr. Villager. I still think I'm going to not do steampunk. That I'm actually doing magic stones that light up from the sea and from the nether. And I'm also doing lanterns, which is fire, and candles, which is fire. And that is how we're handling. We don't have electricity. We're not going to have electricity. And this is pretty much going to be, oh, wait, I have a lantern in my hand. This is pretty much going to be how it's going to be. And yay! So we started making another stonemason because of how much stone was still needed for the buildings that remain. We have not done the level 5 of the housing yet. We have, I think, 3 houses that are level 5, and let's go look. We have the Mason house, which is a level 5, and the reason is it had to be in order to get these jobs right here to be level 5 because they're nested into the Mason house. Hi, Boone. So all of these are now level 5, and that was quick, wasn't it? Hi. Who are you?
What is it?
Cade. Hi, Cade. Cade's the concrete mixer. He's right here. And this is Tobias and Ellie and Boone. They are all manufacturers. This is Brooke right here, and we now have another. We now have the ability to have another stonemason. This is pretty bare bones. Let's have McKenna. Let's look and see what people are working on. I'm going to have McKenna work on this. Look at the blacksmith right here. I want the blacksmith to be finished, and I think I made a mistake. I think I stopped someone from working on it before it was done. And Hellenic, yes, yes. Hellenic for the summer. It got too hot. It got too hot for the spring clothes, and so everyone's in the even more summer clothes of Hellenic. And of course you recognize that. And let me just do one thing here. I'm going to get Helena to finish this, which means I need a builder tool. I've got some things on me. Let's come here. And the way I'm going to have to do this is I'm going to have to go to my pack, Monster to Mermaid, and then go to the villager section. So let's come here, let's come down to here, decorations, small villager, decorations, this one. And I'll have to set it on top and have them rebuild it because they didn't finish building it. And I can't get them to start it again because it doesn't have, it's a villager piece, so there's no way to get them to continue like with other things. So there it is, sitting on top like this, and you can see it right here. The lava isn't in here, none of those things are done, and that's the reason why we're putting it back over top and letting them rebuild it. So let's have McKenna assign a builder, have McKenna to work on it. I could have Cash work on it. Let's have McKenna work on it, build the building. And so she will start working on that, and then we'll have her come back here and work on the level 2 of this stonemason here. Build options, the builder is going to be McKenna as well, and upgrade the building. And let's look here at crafting. Let's look at the cutter. She doesn't know anything yet, and we'll have to get this person up to par, and we'll do something about that in a little bit. I don't want to start someone at level 1. Tatiana is the librarian at she's the combat nurse. She takes over for the doctor if the doctor's not feeling well. Amari is supposed to be the person who's working at the resort, And I can try the resort again, and I think I will. And let's see if you can see something, Mr. Villager, while you're here for a second. If you can see something that I can't see. Dixie is probably the best one to come down here and to work on this. And I'm going to hire her now, even though I just realized I don't have any place for her to work. Let's look and see how far away she is. She's living in the university area. Let me see who her parents were. Let's get Akasha records for a minute and see who Dixie's parents are, because I'm going to have to move her to someplace, and that will help me figure out where I can move her to. Ismail and Phoenix. Ooh, excellent. Okay, since Ismail and Phoenix are her parents, she could live closer. It's not close enough. Yep, it's definitely not close enough. Ismail and Phoenix live right here. It's certainly not 195 away, but it's too far away still. So I might not be able to have her unless she moves in. There is room here. She could move in with the guys for right now. Let me see how far away she is if she lives here. She's still too far away. It's not even showing her. See, it's not showing her. That's how far away she is. Well, that's ridiculous. It's not showing her at all. Wait. Why isn't it showing her? Okay, that's weird. Hold on. Hold on a second. Let's come here. And do you see that it's not showing her? Ah, finally. Okay. 64. I'm going to assign her here for now. It's a long walk. She's going to be unhappy for a little bit. Until I find another place for her to live. Now, it might be better for her to live down here. So this is the reason why we're having a second stonemason. Only one of these houses is level 5 on this block. This house right here is level 5, and this is Wade's house. It's the only house that's level 5. And Iris is living with them. Iris was raised by Nia and Wade, and so she's living here with them right now. And upstairs, yes. Okay, this is Wade's house, and Nia is the person who he is in love with. And
Good to see you.
Rosalie, what's the matter? Oh, you're full again, aren't you? And I thought that I could get... Do you see that bee? I thought I could get these smaller restaurants to have more room by doing research, but I can't. And I thought I could get some other things done, but I can't. This is the only space that she has in this restaurant. One thing, this is the bakery. One thing I could maybe do is take out these, and that'll give her a little bit more space, and put it in here, and put the other, wait, where's the other ovens? Oh, wow. Okay. This is to the degree that she only has the one oven. I forgot about that. So we've committed her to a bakery that really and truly only has one space. And so we'll just have to get we'll just have to request a pickup and have the person come and pick it up. This is a level 5. This is a level 5 bakery, and let's go up here. Why does this level 5 only have, it's Arcology, why does it only have one oven? But this has always been the case, right? ARCOL. I'm acting like I'm surprised. And it has always been the case that Arcology's bakery has only had one oven. This is all it is, right here. It's never been updated. And so it's a wonder that it works at all. It's a wonder that it works at all. And so it's really interesting because about Arcology is because it's a wonderful second bakery or something like that. The only problem is that where this is located in town and the fact that it was built first, there's more pressure on this bakery to bake than there is. And I forgot about that thing, that the first one, I'm not sure that the seconds of anything actually work. I'm not sure that having a second carpenter works, and even though I'm saying that, unless they have completely different recipes. So if they're both supposed to make the same thing, then the first baker is going to make it, and the second baker isn't. So let me see. So see, he hasn't made a single thing. He hasn't made anything. And she, and let's see what she's made. And luckily, with Minecolonies now, there's a lot of ways to sort of tell what's going on. And so let's come down here and see how much she's made. And she hasn't made a single thing. So nobody's made any kind of bread in the last couple of days. So what that means is that it's possible there's no flour. And if there is, that means that if there isn't, I'm going to have to do something about it. So this is the thing that happens that it's hard to explain, that I actually am fine with, and that is managing the town. Managing the town while it's growing up, while the town is growing up. So this is the durum that we need, and you can see durum at various stages. You can also see the Minecraft wheat at various stages. And let's see, no pastries, none at all. At least none being built, none being baked just yet. That sounds like rain. Hold on a minute. So let me come here, let me sort the warehouse, and let me see what's happening. Wheat. So there's our problem right there. We don't have any durum wheat left. Now we only have one field of durum, and we have way too much wheat seed. And I think we're going to have to begin to do something about that. If we can't sell the wheat seed in the market, we're going to have to do something about it, because we're never going to make enough. I mean, 27, because compost is made per order, someone has to request compost. That's why we've got so many wheat seeds. We have plenty of food, it looks like. See the peas, the rice, the ore smelter is now doing silent gems ores. They're starting to appear. We've got onions, we've got apples. The onions are low. I can request it. Let's go in, let's see. I requested something, and let me see for a second if I got it. I requested cookies, and let's see if I got them. And then, but there's no durum. That means there's no spaghetti, there's nothing, all those things that require durum, there isn't. I've got racks, I've got books. These were two things that I needed. It's raining, and I can't tell what time it is except by the moon, and I can't see the moon because it's raining. So I'm going to have to go to sleep. The clock is not working, and Journey Map says that they are working on the clock, that they know that there's something wrong with it, but that's all they could say. They don't have it finished. They don't have it done yet. So we're going to go down and go to sleep. Perhaps enable the farmers to demand compost in order to use that would be an interesting thing to do, wouldn't it? Maybe I will. Let's try that as an experiment. Oops. I do that all the time. I close the door. But I think that's a good idea, Mr. Villager, and I think I'll do that. And thank you. Thank you. Obrigado. Let's come here. I'm going to do one thing first. I'm going to change into a little mermaid so that I can go to the university and get some and see if I can do any research. We started some research, and now it takes much longer for the research. When you get to level 4 and 5, it takes 4, 6, and 8 hours for human Earth time hours for the research to be done. The Mystic Site is a level 5. We do have some people getting sick, and the reason we do is because we have trade posts, and I cannot get them. I cannot get them to go to the resort yet. And so that means that some people are ill. And let's come here and look.
What can I do for you?
And you still need spruce wood wall. Okay. So we'll check. I have a funny feeling that he doesn't know how to do that. Look at this. Do you see this? This is Wade. This is Wade putting in the final piece of the courtyard right here. This part is taken down now because we have the level 5 of the Mystic Site of the cathedral. So we were able to take down this part of the wall, but the part that he's putting up now, we'll have to take that down. And yeah, and so let's quickly go into the university for a moment. I'm going to go inside the level 5. We have 2 university buildings, but this is the only level 5. And there's Hayden. Hi, Hayden. You look nice and cool in your Hellenic clothing. And let's come to here. And I'm going to, excuse me for a second. I just have to get by you for a minute. Research. So we can't do any research. We're still waiting on the research that we're working on right now. So I'm going to put these books and these racks here. They're for future research that we can't do right now. So I'm going upstairs here to, yeah, we're doing all sorts of research. Isn't that wild? Let's come up here. I'm going to change back into, look at Juliana successfully improving her recipe for sticks. That's pretty cool. And let's become a full mermaid again. And here we are. And let me put this down. We're going to back to the stash box with the little pieces that I have. And I have research being done, Mr. Villager, that gives that's going to make building faster. That's the research that I'm concentrating on right now, so that buildings are built that it doesn't take them as long to build. So we'll put these here. And let's go and try the experiment that Mr. Villager is talking about.
Okay.
And 4 sticks for 1 plank. Yeah. Doesn't that sound good? It really does. And it's really cool. It's one of the neat things about Minecolonies, that things improve, skills get better. Let's have Ismail, who is right here. Let's have Ismail actually do, hi, what are you waiting for? Why are you so hungry? Now, Ismail is living in a level 5. We had to do a level 5 of the farmhouse in order for him to be able to, he's asking for a pickup. He's got a ton of food here that needs picking up. I'm going to request a pickup. Let's see if he's doing, he is not doing one of the wheat fields. So we're not going to do him. We're going to find the person who's doing wheat fields. That would be funny if no one's doing wheat fields and that's why we don't have any wheat. Wouldn't that be? That would be. Let's see. This is beets. Look at that. There's no wheat field here. Let's come up here. Let's see what, is it Salem is his name? Let me see. He's got all this wheat stacked up here. Let's see if he's working on these. It is Salem. Hi. That's Courier.
Is there a problem?
No, Alec, there isn't. Go ahead, do what you were doing. And let's come here and look at the fields. And here's where the wheat is. So this is the one that we're going to change the settings and request fertilizer. And we might find out that we have to have more than 1 durum wheat field. But we're going to make it that he is going to request fertilizer. And then let's come down here. Now remember that thing where we weren't using wheat seeds because the nation of Ta'ana was saying we weren't going to compost food, and wheat seeds is what the animals use. But we have so much of it. I don't think we're going to have to worry about that. So let's come to settings, produce dirt. What else can we produce? Turn this off. Turn this off, it's off. Compost. It says produce dirt, it doesn't say produce compost. So I guess items to compost. Let's see how much compost we're actually. So it is making 101. So we have a lot of compost in the warehouse, and so we're good. Let's do seeds. That's why she's not doing that much of it. But let's add the seeds to it. How did everything get on? Oh, I don't have those things, so that's why they're there. Let's go to seeds, though. Cabbage. And let's turn the wheat seeds on. And we'll begin with that. What was sent in personal? That I think I did check. But hold on, I'll look. Let's see for a minute. Mr. Villager is asking me if I saw something in personal messages. And I think I did. Yes, I did. But TR doesn't mean anything to me. What is TR? What's TR? What game is TR? And so we're doing, well, this will be fine. She'll be delivered seed and she'll start working on that. And you see, sure enough, she's going to put stuff in. And there she goes. So when they have lids on them, that means that they're going to be made into compost. And she's already beginning to do that. What's she putting in? It looks like she's putting seed in, doesn't it? And she's almost done with this one. That one doesn't have enough in it yet. Okay, Techtopia Reborn. Oh, see, that's why I thought that you were gone, that you were busy, because Techtopia Reborn is up. Look at him. This is Santino, who is the dye shop. I love that the dye shop people are so colorful. That they dye their own clothes. They're not going to sit around with something. They want to dye their stuff. Now this is the Fletcher here, and this is Marissa. It should be Marissa. Yes. Uh-oh. That looks like people going to bed. People going home, and it is. And but yes, congratulations. I'm glad about that. I'm glad. So be careful about some things, Mr. Vill. Whoa, look at these. Whoa, those weren't there before. Look at that. Look at this right here. This is new in front of the cathedral. Wow. Okay, and look, we have walkway. Look at this walkway. What? Ooh, going to the fountain, and look at the fountain area. It's all surrounded. Yeah, I thought that's what might happen, that this was a part of the surround. Good gracious. Isn't that amazing? Yeah. Goodness sakes. Now, I only did one thing with the cathedral. There were 3 of these. See this part right here? There were 3 of them on top of the building, the cathedral, and I only want to have the one. And so I took I took the others off of these 2 here. I just wanted to have the one. When this is done, when Wade says he's finished, this will be the level 5 of this part right here. And is that my imagination that the decoration piece is gone? It is. So the decoration piece is gone, so when he is finished, this will be level 5. This right here. And let me see if he's done. And he is! Look at that! Dun, 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 dun. Wade just finished, and now he started working on the barracks. Look, and there's a bell in the tower here. So what of this are we keeping? So see where the stairs are supposed to be right here, all the way around? So we had decided that we were going to bring these down. Now we will keep the lights. I might not keep all of them. I actually took a couple down from here because the university is right here. So I took some down so that the university, and also because this is here, right here, we we left these two right here because I just liked the fact that that went up to there. But it's nighttime, and so we're going to start for just a minute. Actually, I don't know what to do about this, Mr. Villager. I can't get it to work. I tried, and there's a complexity that needs for this that I would like to try and work out with them, because what happens is too many people take vacation at the same time. And so it would mean that I'd have to have double the amount of people. I'd have to have more than one carpenter, more than one stonemason, more than one miner, more than one of all these different people who are taking time off, which I can arrange to do with an additional amount of people. But just to show for a minute, let's hire, did I just hire her as the bartender? Guest services. I can't tell, but I can do it this way. Guest services, good. I hired them properly. Let's start it again, and let's see if we can get. Now there's tons of stuff here for them to serve, for them to make, for them to have. And so there are things waiting to be served, and they both live upstairs here. So we have both of them living in the tavern up here, and there they are. And I'm going to use one of the other candles. I've discovered that the candles that Macaw's furniture has are wonderful, and they're exceedingly bright. So I can do something different with those. But I'm going to have to take this down. This is actually in the way of people getting places. But also in this front area right here, we were thinking that we might widen this I made a mistake. I don't know how I made that mistake. See that mistake right there? And I don't know how to fix it except to widen it. But then it would be offset from this part right here. Does it bother you, Mr. Villager? Does that bother you? So I think I'm just going to go ahead and bring the stairs all the way over on both sides to this part and do that. Decorating the yard beyond this, I haven't decided yet to do anything beyond what Anyanka has. Mr. Villager is asking me if I plan on decorating the courtyard. And I haven't planned on it yet beyond what Anyanka has for the courtyard, which is this seating area right here. And we are not going to be able to have it, in some respects, go around. We can make it a little enclosed area, but I think what I'm going to do, and we'll show it right now. Let's start for a second during the night. We'll work on this part for a minute. I'm going to take these seats away. So the corner seats and the corner bushes are going to go away in this section. Only because I want them to be able to walk through in this area. So we're going to have the wood ones are going to be there. So it's going to look like this. And we'll have it be there like that. I wish I could get this fountain to be different in some kind of way, but I don't know how to get it to not be so thick. I would almost rather that it was a pool, but I guess it's all right. It doesn't bother you, does it? That part doesn't bother you. Let's get a pickaxe And let's begin to take this down. And we're going to just do this while we're waiting for the sun to come up. So we'll start with the top part here. And try and do the corner. Did I just hit one of the chairs? I sure did. Let's put that there. This should green over. If it doesn't. Yeah, that's just dirt. But it's not going to green over. Let's take these pieces and fill in these spots right here. Since we did take that away. Let's put one there. There. And on the other side, where it already started, I think this is okay. All right. Oh no, the sun's coming up. So we're not going to get to the rest of this right now because I want to try. Grr. So this is what happens. So you can see all these people here who are red. These are all people who are waiting to be served. And it's supposed to be that they can go down now to here and get something. Let me see if it's showing. But nothing's been served, see? Nothing's been served, no vacations, and they're already red. And it's weird. Yes, there's a problem, Cohen. Cohen's the bartender. Now, Cohen is working. The bartender is actually working. But I'm going to wait and see. There's Mauricio, one of the new druids. And see if these go away, these reds go away. But right now, I've got 2. Let's see who this is. This is Ivan. See, and this is what happens. So I've got 2 of the druids who are not working. And while that might seem to some people to be a little amount, it actually isn't. And there's no way, there doesn't seem to be a way to, and there's Cash. So how many of and there's Marcos. So luckily I have more than one builder. Luckily I have more than one carpenter, because now the carpenter and the builder are up here in this area. And I don't have any proof that she's doing anything. And I know that he's doing something, that he actually makes stuff. But she's standing right here. She's got stuff on her for a change.
If you say so.
Yeah, I do say so. She actually might be doing something. Yay! She might actually be doing something. So we'll see. Cohen's definitely doing something, but let's check and see. Let's look at what he has done. I'm not seeing anything here. He does have something on him. Let's look here and look at what's been done. So nothing's been made. So they weren't here yesterday, so they would be waiting to make stuff today. So we'll see what happens. He was at least making stuff before. And we'll see if we see any evidence of the fact that they're doing that. So they're both standing right here. And the people who were here are still here. Mauricio's still here. Lionel's still here. There's stuff here for them to use. There's plenty of books. There's drinks. And let's see what this person. Let's go upstairs and see what they want. It bothers me that it's red. I don't understand why they're red so quickly. They haven't been here long enough. So this is Dennis right here, one of the fishers. So that means that one of the fishers is not working. And right here, who is this? So. This is Thatcher, who is the train station manager, and he is here. Now, when they are being on vacation, when they're on vacation, it looks like they're not eating. Gilbert is eating.
I'll take care of it.
Mauricio is still here and hasn't gotten anything yet. And
so what'll it be for you?
Ismail is here. Ismail is one of our main farmers. And right now, he's not only not gotten stuff for vacation, he hasn't gotten any food. And there is Ivan. So there's two of our druids. And the last time that we did this, the mining druid was also not. So see, none of these people have gotten anything yet. So I'm going to have to, I maybe should, Mr. Villager, I maybe should stop and see if Ayer is available and see if I can get this fixed in some kind of way.
If you say so.
He says to me, if you say so. So I don't understand what they're doing. So the people come to here and they're not getting anything even from here. It would be different if when they came down to here they were getting stuff that they needed. There are bar nuts. There are protein shakes and vanilla shakes. There should be napkins. The napkins are gone. There are energy drinks and things to make them with.
Hey, this is fantastic. What's next?
I'm just concerned that they're... I'm just concerned about how long it takes for them to get stuff. And so this is the thing that I'm still trying to figure out what's working. Hi, Dennis. So...
Awesome.
No, it's not yet. So this is what happens when I have the resort running, and I don't quite understand what is going on with it. Those are resorts, places for them. These are specifically resort, and that's why they're coming to these seats, because they are resort seats. And I'm going to have to let everybody go. So when I start having people starving, I'm going to have to let everybody go. And this is what happens every time. So let's fire her and let's fire them, and everyone will go back to work. Everyone will go back to work now because there isn't any services here. The resort services are closed. So the people like Thatcher who are hungry are going to go and get food. And Ismail's going back to work. Everybody's going back to work, and here comes Mauricio, and he's going back to work. And this thing with the bakery is most curious. I was not having this problem with the bakery before. I might not be able to have this bakery be open. because it's too small. So I'm gonna take, this is what I'll do here. Let me see, I've got some stuff on me. Let me make these things go away for a second. Right here. Let's come here and I'm going to take a portion of this away. So she's got apples, she's got tomatoes for pizza, she's got cocoa beans, she's got cheese I'm not taking. The bottles I'll take, the water bottles. She's got plenty of water. We'll leave those. I'll leave the eggs, we'll leave the corn. I wish I could take this, and I will take some of it. We'll leave the butter, we'll leave the mint, we'll leave some of this. Okay. And there goes Remy. Remy's coming to pick some things up. But I'm going to take these to the other baker. And so to answer your question, Mr. Villager, do I plan to decorate the yard? That when you ask me a question like that, that makes me think that you have some idea about some decoration that you want to do. Let's put the apples here. Let's give him the extra. He doesn't really need this. Let's put some of this back into the warehouse. And I'll take those pieces away and everything else can stay. Okay. And see where Nixon wants to stand here on top of this? We're just not having that. So I don't know what I'm going to do to get him off of this. This is a level 5 dining hall. So that's the end of this build. So what could we put here that would make it that he couldn't stand there? I don't know that putting, oh, I know what we can put on there, pressure plates. Let's try putting the stone plates on top of those and see if that makes it that he can't get up. Let's put one there and there. And let's put one here on top of that. And let's see if that makes it so he can't get up on top. Let's take the rest of this back to here. The barracks is being worked on right now, and you can see the entrance to the barracks changing. Look at this. Isn't that cool looking? Wow. That is really amazing. Now we put these on top. We put the grills on top of these braziers here because they were actually getting injured. I'm walking along those. So I put those there. I kept hearing something and sure enough they were getting injured. So those were open and we closed them up. And Wade is working on this, and when he gets done working on this, when this is finished, which it's not yet, then he's going to work on the archery, and we'll assign him these two right now. So he'll upgrade that to a level 5, and after he's done with those two, then he'll upgrade the combat center to a level 5. Look at the way this is looking. Isn't it gorgeous? It's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. So there's the moon. So that tells us how much time we have to work on this wall here and take it down. I know, I see that. So we're going to take this part down here. And when I do, that's where I'm going to see if I'm going to have those seats be in the places that the seats are in. I could have them be there. What I might not want is this light and this light. Let's take these away. We'll just have the park area be there like that. We know we're not going to have the corner light, and we'll have to see if we need some additional light in a different way here. But so they made all of this, all this stone, all these stone pieces, and you see that they're not getting them back. So what happens with this is the things that I gave them in the beginning become the things that are here now. And if we do cobble, yep, we're going to do cobble for this area. And so we have to come down in and fill this part in again. Right here. And fill all of this in on this part. Boinky. Right to here. And then we'll put in the new part. Because the walkway is here, and I think I want to bring that part of the walkway all the way over, but that's what I want to see. I'm going to have this part, don't you think, Mr. Villager? I'm just going to have this part of the gate right here, this part in front, and then these ones, it's just going to be the decorative, and then these are going to come down, and we don't want these. Can I take that down? Yes. Okay. And then, so we're not having anything from here on both sides. So we'll have that, but we won't have this part right here. And there's the wall. So this part is all going to come down on this side also. And we'll have to fix the stairs where the stairs are broken. So this stair is mostly fixed here on this side. And let's fix this deep part right here so that people don't get hurt. So there's one, and this one right here. Put that one in for right now. And then when, yep, I see. Take this down here. This one here. So all of these are flags, and we don't have flags. Flags is one of the things that Ta'ana does not permit. Banners are okay, but flags are not. And on this side, this only goes to here. So on this side, that was Vincentius Primus, by the way. Anybody who saw that person behind me, Vincentius Primus is awake at the moment. And so then we can decide how much of this we actually need on this side. We're not going to have the corner ones. At least I don't think so. I might change my mind about them, but I don't think I'm going to have the corner ones. And the moon is going down. The moon is setting. As the moon sets, we'll see. So, right here is where it's going to be, just like that, as a matter of fact, on both sides. I'm not going to bring this over more. I think I am going to have it just come to here. It's already coming to here. So we'll have it just come in this area, and then this is coming down. So this whole part is coming down, and I think I filled that part in enough, except I need this to be here and that to be like that. And then this is missing on this side. So we'll put this part right here. So this is the change that we're making to this. Now on this side, remember this is the stair coming up into this area here. And if Mr. Villager had an idea about something for the courtyard, that would be fine. But I didn't have anything in mind, primarily because there's so much else to do. And I hadn't even done any interiors. I've barely done any interiors. You know how I like to do interiors, and I haven't done any. But, so it's really kind of interesting. So this is a double down right here. Oh, that was going to happen sooner or later. There we go. Okay. So on this side, we're missing this piece that comes along here. So let's come here and put these down. Boinky. Nope. And the sun is coming up. So as the sun comes up, everyone's going to start going to work. And where is it? Hold on, where did it go? There it is. And so bring this piece back so that they can use this walkway. And let's see, is this the one? Nope. So this one comes off also. And then I'm going to keep these light pillars depending on how they look. So there they are. So we have light pillars along here, and we're going to take down, let me see. So we have one there and one there. I'm fine with that. Let's take these two, let's take this one down right here. And on this side, we have this set here and there, and I'm good with that. We have one, do we have one across? We have one across here, so that matches that one. We don't have one here on the other side, so we'll take this one down. What are you waiting for that you're not getting? Hold on, I've got all sorts of stuff on me. This is theirs. I have to put this in the stash box. That's their stuff. This is mine. So,
so what will
what
it
do
be
you
for
need? Oh, shoot. Yeah, that's right. Hold on. Let's go to Marcos. Remember Marcos was at the resort? Let's go down here and see if he's gone back to work. And let's see if he knows how to make those. This is something that Marcos actually is supposed to make, teach recipe. And sure enough, there it is. And so we'll teach that. Why did I not see those? Interesting. Is that a block? Yes, it is. Okay. Is it here too? You're not supposed to be here. You're not supposed to be here, really, technically. I thought I took these away. But it's possible that when the house was brought up to a level 4 that those came back. Let me look at the house. The house is a level 4 and Dixie's living there for right now. Alright. Now if there's new stone stuff to be done, then Dixie's going to be spending time learning stuff from Brooke, because Brooke is the master mason And Dixie is just starting out here. And is she here yet? She's not here right at the moment. Now something weird happened here, Mr. Villager. There's actually something behind this. It almost looks like that the design for the train station changed. And did I move? Do you remember? I might have moved the train station and forgot. I might have moved the train station to match up, and I did, didn't I? I moved the train station to match up with this road, didn't I? So that when they came here, they would be coming straight to the train station. They could see it all the way from the climate-controlled warehouse. That's the train station all the way there, and the witch's house on the hill, and the climate-controlled greenhouse down at this end, and then of course the cathedral, and now the cathedral courtyard is a level 5. I'm not going to, I think what I'd rather do with this section right here is make it into a garden. Don't you think? Not just have this, but actually have flowers or something in this area? Or should I have it be a walkway here? Anybody want to say anything? Anybody? And there we go. So I could either have it be, it does look like it should continue to be this though, doesn't it? It does look like it should be like in the cities of Europe. It should just be stairs, the stair area there. And that actually looks better. Than trying to have some grass in this part. Now in the upper part, if we wanted, we could actually put in some more garden. And that might be what Mr. Villager was talking about. And I kind of like the idea of that. Let's have this come to here. Let's have it stop right at this point where these are. This is a sidewalk that is coming, so it looks like that. We can't have these. I don't have a lot of banners at my disposal. So I don't know. It would be wonderful to have some really amazing banners, but I don't have any right now, so I think I'm not going to put any here. And we're definitely not having flags, and that's what those are. And so this is what it looks like so far. And here we are. So we're making it that, oh, I really like that. That is very nice, isn't it? It is. This shed here, when she's done, are we going to dismantle it? Are we going to take it down and not have a builder be here?
I'll take care of it.
That would be interesting, wouldn't it? What else do you need? You need that, and it's being delivered. And so she's getting what she needs to finish what she's working on. Remember, we have more druids now. And so we'll see druids walking around. We have this fountain in this park area. And I'm fine with this being like here, like this here. This is nice. They can come up into this area and walk in this part, and this is good. Do I have green on that side? I don't. Let's take the bush down from here. And because this is the walkway here, we're going to bring this over, all the way over to this part on this side. And this part is already has, this is part of the stair section here. Hold on for a second. Let me put down the Akasha for a second. There we go. And let's see what it says. So it does say that Wade finished. And we do see rare finds, Juliana. And no one else has finished their projects just yet. Maisie is probably going to finish hers. And let's see what McKenna is waiting for. Why she's not working.
Is there a problem?
No, I don't know. Is there a problem? 14 framed white stained. Wow. Okay. Let's find out why you're not getting those. Is there not any glass? Let me see if there's not any glass. I know the sun's going down, so we're not going to get too much done here, but let's see if there's sand for glass. Oh, I almost made it. Search, sort. Let's search for glass. And there is none. Now we have some framed, but they're not the framed that is needed. We have a bunch of different framings, but not the one that's needed, and there is no glass. Let's see if there's sand. And there isn't any. There's no sand either, so this is something we can fix right now. Let's go over to the crusher, and let's get the crusher to start making some sand. I think the crusher was making something specific for us. They were taking, oh, no wonder we don't have any sand. They were taking sand and making clay blocks because we needed some. So now we need to change that and get sand back. So gravel can be changed into sand. So gravel can be changed into sand, 32 daily. Let's do 64 daily. 64 daily. So she'll make 64 only. And let's come down to the warehouse and see how much gravel we have. Because we might have to make gravel before we can make sand. But let's see. Let's come here. And let's look for gravel. And we have enough. So we have enough gravel right now to get sand. And that's good. Yeah, I know. It's so curious. I kind of have the creepy crawlies for some reason. I don't know why. It couldn't be that wolf spider sitting on the ceiling. Those things don't usually bother me, but huh? You're just watching the stream? Oh, he's watching. The wolf spider's watching the stream, I see. Vincent just says. Okay, I accept that. So we do have enough gravel to make sand and sand for glass. I believe that she has the recipe. Liberty is the glass cutter. And we'll come down and see if she has the recipe for it. This is the glass shop. It's a level 5. So all the workers are level 5s. I'm waiting for some research to be done at the university, and then we will begin bringing all the housing up. And that's a huge project, and that's why I want the extra abilities that research will give. Let's come here and let's teach. And see, she knows how to make it already. there's no teach recipe for her here. So she knows how to make the piece that is being asked for, or it doesn't belong, or it's something that Marcos is supposed to be making. Let's see if it's something that Marcos is supposed to be making, because it's not appearing at Liberty's place. Teach recipe, and it's not. So that piece that she's asking for, let's come here and look. So see this right here, and I know I have all that on me. I have to do something about it. I could put it in the warehouse, but I'm going to take it to the stash box. Vincentius? Vincentius?
Yes.
Mr. Villager is saying hi.
Mr. Villager.
Let me come here and look and see what this says. Let's look at these. Deep slate for the warehouse. Tomes. I don't see any. Nikolai is still using wooden stuff, and Brian's still using wooden stuff. We have to fix that right now. Nikolai and Brian are still using wood, so we'll fix that. So yes, so it's not a recipe, it's just the materials that we're missing. So let's go down to Nikolai first of all, and Brian, and they're in the farm country, and it says that they're still using archaic tools. So Nikolai is, and it's interesting, both of them are working both of them are working the climate controlled warehouse greenhouses. So this is Nikolai here, and let's fix this. Let's X, and let's add a diamond. Let's add 3 diamond. Farm tools, and there we go. So we'll select that there, and we do have peas. Let me see how much he's getting. So look at the soybeans, look at the rice. Whoa! We can start having some good rice dinners. We can start having some good dinners that have peas in them. Look at that. So let's go down this walkway. We'll go to the other time. Josiah, what are you working on? Josiah, what are you building? The school. Oh, you're not. Yes, you are. You need birch slab. Look at all these pieces he hasn't gotten yet. He has a lot of stuff that he hasn't gotten yet. So he just started working on that, but he is working on the school. Here's our animals over here, and we can check on the pets. Shall we check on the pets? Let's call the pets. It's nighttime. Doors open. They're not here. Let's call them all. So let's come here. Let's call there's Rude Wolf, and there is Floof, and they're back, and there is Pitkin. Pitkin, where are you? There you are. All right. So I just wanted to make sure that they're all here. And they are. And yes, we have a large amount of animals, and if it gets to be too many, we will make sure that they're all in the field where they're supposed to be. But right now, it looks like most of them are where they are supposed to be. We have a large amount of cows back here, so we could have the herd be thinned and do that, and that would be really cool. So we're going to come through here for right now. I'm going to come over the top. Let's go to Brian before the sun's coming up. Let's go to Brian right quick and get Brian to have the correct tools. Brian's right here. And we can come here, sure enough. And let's look at the minimum. It says he has diamonds, so why was he asking for those things? Hold on. Let's look at this and see what it's saying now. Let's cancel that. And let's look and see if we see one of the others. I'm going to cancel Brian asking for that. And who's asking for this? Let's cancel Kamari asking for that. But I'll go check on Kamari now and make sure. I thought it was Brian, but maybe it was Kamari who I saw. And let's go this way and look and see. There's another. And let's cancel. We did do Nikolai, and yet it's showing that I can't cancel it. Probably because it doesn't exist anymore. Slate iron. Cannon is asking for bone for the pet shop. So he is feeding them. He's asking for 2 to 8 bone for the pet shop. So he is giving Pitkin corn, and he's giving the wolves bones. He's actually doing that. And the baker's asking for wheat, and that's the thing that we're going to have to do right now. Is this wheat farm not producing enough wheat? If the wheat farm isn't producing enough wheat, where would we put another wheat farm? We have small fields here that are encroaching in the maple taiga. This is maple taiga here. These are areas where there weren't a lot of trees, and we replanted some trees in some spaces that we put down some farm fields. Now Brian has at least 4 or 5 fields because he has some smaller fields. So I think he has a full 5 set. And he does. And so he's got his work cut out for him. He's not going to have any more. We also have Kamari. Remember, Kamari moved down to this shop because she's now living with Braden in this house right here. So she moved down here. And let's look at her. Let's look and see what the minimum stock is, diamonds. So she is not asking for wood. So I don't know why it's saying that. And how many does she have? She has 4 fields. She has 4 small fields, which would be the equivalent of 2 fields, really. That's the way I look at these little fields here. But she has 4 of these. And she's doing fine. And then Ismail, we saw on the hill. And this is looking better. The wheat is here. This is small for this. And we know that whoever is here, this is Nomi. I haven't seen Nomi in a bit. Where is she? Hold on. Let's see where she's living. How far away she's living. She's living near here. Did she move into the other house, I wonder? Hello. Oh, yes. No, Nomi's here. Remember, we actually built this extra house because there wasn't any place for Nomi to be. So she's living in this house right there, working right here. And Nomi is responsible for the wheat fields, if I'm not mistaken. Or she's not. That's what we're going to see right now. She's doing carrot and beet and squash, and so she and Kamari are taking care of all the fields that are down here, back here. So see all these fields that are sitting in these trees. There's several fields back here, and they are working on these fields. Why isn't anything being grown here? This is spinach, and for some reason there is no spinach here. We did have spinach, we were growing it, so why isn't it cultivating? It's as though she's not getting any seed. She's got plenty of spinach, but she's not planting it. Is she not planting it because they have more than enough inventory? She hasn't done anything. Recall her. What is your problem?
So, what would be for you?
You tell me. Open request, none. She's got spinach on her. Her utensil is gone. Isn't that interesting? So the field, what is she resting the field? This is cabbage. This is spinach here. And hold on for a second. That's cabbage in that back field. Hold on a minute. I thought we had cabbage over here. Hold on, let me see what I've got here. This is eggplant. And this is cucumbers right here. I do know that's cucumbers. Now, I am doing research. There's an interesting thing, and this is one of the things that happens with Minecolonies, is the research and all is tied into the way they work. So there is a specific research that says that seeds will spread, and I think when you don't have that research done, there are things that in the fields that don't happen. So this is just me thinking that, because I don't know what else to think. Technology. Now I'm going to be really careful here not to touch anything. Let's come down here to where we have the farm research, biodegradables. So we did the greenhouses, we have the biome conversion. All of those have to do with the greenhouses, more efficient, and we could actually do, wow, that's a lot, blocks of coal to get that greenhouse. We could work on this now for the next thing, which is 64 blocks of coal. And I'm gonna have to put that down. Whoop. Where'd my pencil go? Pencil go away. Let me get a second one for a minute. 64 blocks of coal. And 16 copper ingot. So that's another one that we'll work towards. For the crop rotation, plantations add an additional, plantations unlock one additional field. Not working. So, and then exotic fruits, we're not doing any of these. We are importing kelp, seagrass, and sea pickles. We're importing them. We're importing crimson fungus and warped fungus. We're importing mushrooms, period. We're importing berries of all sorts. We don't have fields for that. There it is, Green Revolution, and look, it's almost done. Crops grow outward in offshoots. And that's the one that I think is going to help with the fields that are empty. Is that one, and it's just about to be done. We don't need podzol, but when we run out of things to research, then we'll research those things. So towards the end, when we've gotten all the stuff that we want, here's something we absolutely need, and look how many seeds it needs. And we could do this, 512 wheat seeds. We could actually get that. Do you see what it says? 512 wheat. There it goes. There's Green Revolution. So Green Revolution is done. And see this wheat seeds for 25% more crop? We're going to do this one next. I know I had some other research that I thought I was going to do next, but I only have one space. They just got done doing one research. Let's get 512 wheat seeds, and let's get that so that we can have the crops grow. Let's come down here. We're cutting through the cathedral grounds and taking this road to the warehouse. And I don't want to do that. I'm going to do it this way. I have a tendency to do that, and it's not necessary. I'm going back to the marketplace. I'm going to request from the post box 512 seeds and let them find it and bring it to me. Bring it to me. So that's what I want to do. So let's come here and look. We're still waiting for rabbit's feet, and we'll have to go up to the rabbit hutch and see how that's going. Let me do this right now. Let's take all of this and put this here so that it can go where it needs to go. And let's come here and let's get seed. And we need wheat seeds. We need 512. Request 512. And there it is. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so that's what they're going to be brought. The other thing that we needed was 64 blocks of coal. That's going to be hard, but let's do the coal block. Am I getting coal block? Nope. Block of coal. Block of coal, we need 64. Actually, we don't have to put anything here. We can just go request, and that'll give us the 64. And then we need 16 copper ingots. Copper ingot, and so we'll let them get that. Copper ingot, and there it is, and we need 16 of these. So we'll request those. So when these are delivered, there they are. When these are delivered, then we'll pick them up and we'll be on our way. He's still doing deep slate. He's still selling deep slate, actually, is what he's selling. This is his lunch right here. And he's got some lunch. That's Eli. And Jack is selling he's selling flowers now. He's selling alliums. Look at that. Jack likes selling flowers and trees and things. He likes to sell those things. The economy, we have over 2 million coin, and the coin is what we use to trade with visitors. We don't use coin in Jalapari, but we use it as an exchange rate for people who are visiting. and for purchasing rare things that come into the city. There's red mushrooms, which we do buy. So we will buy some red mushrooms. And other than that, I don't think there's anything. Magma cream. Do we need it for anything? I don't know. That seems really pricey, doesn't it? Look at that. If you wanted, you could have a backpack. We don't need rope. We have a Fletcher. We're not using those rare woods. The enchanted book, it's only one book. Channeling and protection for 6,000. More than 6,000. And magma cream. I don't want to do those. I think the price might be high for those. 6,000. All right, and so let's see how he is doing. Is he selling anything? Yeah, he's selling some stuff. He sold some alliums in the last day or two. Now, when we see it like this, the way I think about it is in my story is that he's actually selling a bushel of alliums or a bouquet of alliums. He has one allium here, but he's not selling a single allium. This goes for the stone too. That's the way I look at it. He's selling a pallet of stone when he sells, when it says that he sells stone. That's the way I like to. That's the way I like to look at it. All right, so we still have visitors coming in. There is Josie, and Josie is lead peace druid. So Josie is in charge of the druids. She now has help. It used to be her by herself, and now we have a bunch of people who are helping her. Let's fix this. We're adding this section here. This is supposed to be walkway, and we're just going to have it be walkway in this section. So if we have walkway up here like this, and look how much space we have, it looks like we could put in another garden in this area. It looks like we could add something to this part right here, doesn't it? It really does. One thing we are doing is we are having the walkway that goes from this stair right here, have this walkway be a little bit more, coming out a little bit more right here. So that's what I'm doing right now. Okay, should I use a shovel? Can you see? It's a little dark, isn't it? I'm doing stuff at night. I am. Yes, you just remembered there is a thing to be shown, but potentially I might wonder, a thing to be shown? Yeah, tell me about it. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so let's put this in, and we can have this in this section right here, and this comes down to these stairs, and up to these stairs, and down to these stairs, and up and around. So there is the walk. We can see the walk from the sky. We have the brick walk here that goes directly in. There we go. See this walk right here. Let's bring this part over. This has to do with this workshop right here. So let me look, and let's just take this part and bring it all the way over. Let's just dig it up. Sometimes it's easier to do this than to try and get this part. Now there is a street light at this corner. There are the lights that are here, the moon setting, you can see. Walking up, there's a piece missing from here. And then this area. Now there isn't anything going directly across here, which is very odd. But I think, why don't I just go ahead and take this part. See this corner here? Let's have this corner go right here, like this. Right to there. And on this side, it would be right to here. Yeah, it would. Let's do that. Let's do this right here like this. And let's have this go away. And let's put brick in. Ooh, I see that. That's the, what you call it underneath. The ambassador to the nether, which is the what Minecolonies calls the nether miner. The ambassador to the nether. How far? All the way to the end? All the way to there? All the way to the end here. So let's take these up. Let's get a pickaxe. And let's just have this piece right here come right here like this. Boink. The sun is coming up. It's morning. Oops. There you go. And there we are. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Do I want to put this in? I think I might. I know. I think I might want to put this here. Did I miss one? Oop. And we'll just have that to that. But on this side, I need this piece. And here on this side. Do I want it to come through? That would be interesting. I don't think so. I think I'll just have it come to here. There we are. So this is what it looks like from up above. It looks like that. And I'm fine with that for right now. It's for TR. And let's see. It's for oh, very nice. It's beautiful. Mr. Villager is showing me a design that he is making for Techtopia Reborn. Techtopia Reborn, he was saying earlier, is on the phone, it looked like. Let me see for a second. Let me see. See it. Did you make it go away? It looks like it did. I don't mind it being there. What panel is being used at the walls of the building shed? They look weird. What panel is being used at the walls of the building shed? You mean these? These are stone posts. These are the stone post pieces. See? Those, if that's what you're talking about. And yeah, so that they're all around the shed. And then they're using stone brick wall for that part. And then this, of course, is shingle. Shingle with stone underneath. You wish to see the new seating that's being worked on. The benches? Sure. Yeah. Never saw anything like that piece? Yeah. They don't, some of these pieces aren't necessarily used a lot, but, but they're really nice. She does, Anyanka's used them in a couple of places. And I think there might be some, where else did I see those? Who was that who just went by? I wonder if that was Genesis in her summer clothes. No, that was one of the librarians. I can see it. Tatiana's going there. There's Cash. Cash just got something to eat. Yeah. Oh, I know who has it. I know who's using it. It's John Ryer in Shire. Shire Editions. This guard tower is a Shire Editions guard tower. And he's using it for the bars on the windows. He's actually using that same, this is the same thing. Oh no, this is actually panel. This is actually deep slate panel pieces that's being used for the bars on the windows and here. And that is very curious. And who's standing in the shade? Violet's standing in the shade of the trees. She might be going home for a minute. Or she's just walking around looking. No, she's looking at the flowers in her yard. These flowers are actually in her yard. This is where she lives. And she was growing flowers, but she's also growing melons now too. We have a lot of the private gardens growing melons. And I still don't have a second wheat field. A second durum wheat field. I don't have a location for a second durum wheat field. Now he is doing 3 fields here. He could do a 4th field. We could have a 4th field for him to do. Nikolai. The question is, where would it be? So this is the rabbits right here. Hi, Camilla. Kamala. I do it. I can understand how it's done. Kamala. And Kamala is getting things for us. Why are you using that? Let me look here. Does she have a minimum? Oh, she can't use the diamond yet, even though she's a level 5. That's why she's using those. She's a brand new rabbit farmer, and she can't use the diamond. And how are you doing? So see, this is Anyanka using those poles again. Nope. Those are wood panels. Those aren't those pieces. Isn't that interesting? I'm curious that you noticed that. I just assumed those were panels, but they're actually not. These are not panels. These right here. These are stone posts. Double stone posts. Isn't that curious? So yeah. That is an interesting observation on your part. Most of the time we're using those panel pieces. I'm going to Discord to look at what Mr. Villager sent me for a moment. Those are curious. It's an interesting benches. Yeah, they're interesting. They are. They're curious. They're curious. They're really pretty, and they're just such a different. It makes them look really modern because of the way that they look. Is Techtopia going to have sort of a modern kind of style like that? Because it took a panel, but differently. They are in the middle of the block and not at its edge, and weren't connecting to the stone brick pillar parts. Yeah, which is common with panes. Ah, yeah. And you're right. And you noticed that. Yeah. So they're acting like panes because they actually are pane. They're sort of the same as panes are. And that's probably why she used it here. What's wrong with you?
Good to see you.
Moss carpet. Okay, Houston, we have a problem. I will work on it, Maisie. Moss carpet? I don't think we have any moss. Textured. Yeah, it looks modern. It looks super modern. Is Techtopia going to have a kind of modern look? Oh, I missed them. Techtopia Reborn. And let's come here. What do I need? Moss. So we have some mossy stuff, but we don't have any moss. Ooh. So where do we get moss from? Let's see for a second. Let's look at moss. Here's a moss block, which can't be made moss carpet from moss block. That's looking like we have to get it from somewhere. These are chipped. This is moss block right here. So we'd have to go to a swamp and get it, yes? With Silk Touch. That's going to slow her down for a little bit because we don't have any. So we'll have to wait for Gregory. Let's go and see Gregory for a minute. Gregory would have to order it. Techtopia used to look pretty modern, but you decided to make it look more closer to medieval and to traditional villagers. But a few discussions were about if the miners should have the classical safety cap. What do you think? I think they have to have some kind of cap. They have to have something on their heads because they're in a mine. So it depends on what kind of thing that they were using. I mean, what did they use in mines before hard hats? What did they use in mines before hard hats? That would be something to research and see if you could make something either steampunky or something that goes with that. This is Gregory right here. Gregory orders. This is the import-export office that is separate from the warehouse. It's down here at the river port. And here's the river port right here. And so we do have some deliveries coming in from the river, especially special woods that we don't grow. They come to this dock. And then Harper does the manufacturing. Harper and what's his name? Shame on me. I've forgotten the name of the person here, who is Harper and Gregory raised Kingston, and Kingston decided that he wanted to be a carpenter, wanted to work with his hands. He's really brilliant, and was really a brilliant student all through school, but he likes working with his hands, and so that's what he is doing. And they have a hood. It works. Ah, yeah, and that's probably what existed before, and that would be I mean, it doesn't protect them the way a hard hat would. This is Ivan right here. Ivan is stationed. Where is Ivan stationed? I think Ivan is stationed. Let's look and see. Ivan's at the town hall because his parents, the people who raised him, Brooke and Briella, are in the town hall area, and so he is stationed at the town hall, but he's in front of the school building here. And this is what Josiah is supposed to be working on. There's a new, this is what I was waiting for. There is a new banner. I have these two banners, but this banner is new. And this banner would be okay in front of the cathedral. I would put this banner in front of the cathedral. I don't like the others, but this one is okay for now. So there was a banner here and a banner here. Remember, there was a banner that hid the decoration block right there, but we don't need those. And that I think I'm okay with. We'll see. It's a little simple, simplistic, but we'll have that be for now. And this is the thing that I just love. And this is really the most amazing thing. So we are looking through the window of the cathedral, and that decoration that you see is actually the ceiling of the cathedral. See how it changes as we rise up? And I think that is probably one of the most fascinating pieces of architecture that I've seen in a long time, that we can stand here and see that decoration through the window like that. It is just the top of the ceiling here that we can't even see from the inside, but that reflects in that window. And I think that is just so cool. It's so cool. So yeah, I could have had these match up perfectly. And I thought I did. But, what can I say? What can I say? It'll be like Europe. That's what I think. That it's the reason we don't have walls here. I wanted to have these stairs the way you see in European cities at cathedrals, where they have these big, huge stairs and fountains and things like that. And I really like that. We're at peace. We don't need to have a lot of walls. And we definitely don't need to have any around the cathedral at this particular point. And then I still need a field, don't I? I still don't have a field yet. I don't have an extra durum wheat field. Let's go and see if I can find one in the middle of the night. So I was talking about Nikolai actually only having 3 fields, and that would give him a 4th. And there is some area here. Let's go to sleep. Where's the closest place? Let's go to Mauricio, I think, is down here. Let's see who's down here. I think it's Mauricio. Became the druid, the peace druid, who is in this house. We haven't done much to it, but we did add beds for him. And it is Mauricio and for myself. So I'm going to go to sleep. Ah, Seams Automatic. Yahoo! Seams Automatic is done. Excellent. And so now the only one that we need is the block placement. Let me stay here for a second. Let me come in here. Let me change into a Little Mermaid for a minute. That means that I have hearts. If I was on Earth and I changed into a Little Mermaid, I'd have legs. But in Minecraft, it means I have hearts. And so we can't take to the air now. I lose some of my abilities. But we're going to come down here and go and see if we have a delivery of all the pieces that we had requested. So let's go and see a delivery. Let me see if she's still backed up here. Let's see what it looks like. Yes, she is. So let's have request a pickup for her. And let's come here. And I don't have, let's see. Oh, look at that. There we go. There's the seeds that we need. And the copper that we need. So we're going to take it with us for now. I don't have the coal yet, so I can't do the research that needed the copper and the coal. But I can do some of the other research that I need. There will be a rework once your coding mate discovers how to make them do like the Minecolonies citizens, taking off assets from their uniform. Oh, yeah. Yeah, so that they have different things. That they're wearing. Let's come here. We have wheat here. I'm going to take this down. Let's put the copper up. I don't have enough cookies yet, I don't think. And I'll have to see if I have enough racks, and I would like to see if I can do that rack thing. So let's come here. Try to bring some individuality because, well, they are all basically individuals wearing brown long coats. Yes. So yeah, that'll be cool. Let's go to technology. Let's come down to the farms. Right down here and right in the biodegradable. This is one of the last ones that we can do. Is madness. Oh no, we're not doing that. So we have block placing speed done. We need to do amazing veins, and we haven't done that yet. This is for them to have harder materials, and we need 64 diamonds for that. We haven't done that one yet. What is the speed? So block break and block placing, we are now at the point where we have the maximum that we can have for those. Right here. See this here? Buildings can minimum stock 100% more. Requires, let's do this one right now. That's the one that I'm hoping will allow the Arcology dining hall, bakery, not dining hall, bakery, to actually have some more space. I don't know whether it's going to work, but we'll see. And that's one of the ones that we wanted to do. And then we did the seed one, right? We've got the seed one going. Let's go to technology. Let's go back down. I thought we needed to do the seed one. Maybe we did. Biodegradable. I think we can't do anymore. Oh, here it is. This is the one that we were looking for. Yay! So let's do that. So that's 3 of 5. Now, that they're working on. Let me come back to technology a minute. I don't want to do soft shoe right now. I need some other things actually to be finished. I don't use the builder modes, so I'm not doing that right now. We'll do those later when we need
I feel
things.
privileged to
Steel bracing is what we should do, but we don't have enough diamonds yet. And I'm going to take some things off this. So we did the racks, we did the wheat. We haven't done the books yet. The rabbit's feet, we don't have enough. And I don't know that we did the hay. Let me look and see in civilian for a minute if we did hay. Let's come over here. This is where we need books, and we have enough. So this would be XP growth, and we're going to do this one. So now we still have room for one more research that we can do. I don't want them staying up later. We're not ready to have 150 people yet. I'm saving that for a little bit more. They are up to a master's, and that's the last one they can have. We are doing health points for them. We don't have enough cookies yet. We need 256. And since we don't have enough wheat, we haven't gotten enough cookies yet. And I always think I have enough, but I don't. So I'll have to go and look at that. And we don't need any redstone anymore. We have gotten it. Wow. And golden apples we still do, and hay we might still need some of that. So that's where we're at. We definitely need cakes for opera. And we are more than likely going to do the theater because it gives 30% more happiness. Because we do not have a huge amount of guards, the people always have that as a negative against them. And so we need to do the happiness for them. Food saturation, I'm not so much worried about. They have plenty of food, and we'll be okay as far as that goes. And then healing saturation, we can get the 32 apples. We haven't done that yet. And so if we see, and we haven't done any of the graveyard stuff, really. And so if we see any of these, we'll continue to get to them. And that's civilian. Yeah, that was civilian that we were looking at. Uh-oh. Did you hear that? Boom. Fireworks. Who's that? Dun 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 dun. Oh, the barracks is done. Whoa. The barracks is a level 5. Ooh, let's go look at it. Let's see. Mr. Villager is saying in chat, just trying to bring some individuality because they are all basically wearing long brown coats. I remember that about Techtopia. And for now, only the children are scheduled with their personal outfits. Why in the original mod, the boys had 2 variations and the girls 1. That's interesting. Yeah, let's go see the barracks. The barracks are done. And the barracks is what we are using for Jalapari's Sports Center. And here it is right here. Dun, 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 dun. So now that this is a level 5, this part right here, when the archery center is done, we're going to take away these design pieces on the outside right here, because we need this to be a sidewalk joined to this piece of sidewalk right here. So eventually what's going to happen is this sidewalk is going to be double and come right over to here. But we're going to have this part because look at this. This is gorgeous. So this is the level 5 barracks for Old English. Now this is just the barracks. The archery is not a level 5 yet, and neither is the combat center. But in the barracks itself, this is now what it looks like. Up, they're gone. So we're going to put the lids back on these braziers. And in order for me to do that, let me go upstairs. No one's upstairs right now. I'm going to change back into a little mermaid in one of the rooms. Look at these rooms. Aren't they beautiful? They're so beautiful. Let's come here and let's go to my full mermaid self with all my magic. And let's go into my backpack for a second. Now I'm doing this because I've seen them get hurt here. So we're going to take the iron trapdoors and we're going to put them over top of these. Grand Garrison. So this is what we do. See that? See them? See that? See her wanting to crawl up there? And if they accidentally get pushed in, then they get burned. And so that's why we're covering those. And then we're going to do something. I see something else. We're not having these lights. We're not using these. These look too modern. And so I'm going to give them back those four rods. Those are these 1, 2, 3, 4 that I just picked up. So we'll give them back to them. Let's put this here. I want to use candles. And I have wonderful candlesticks that I want to use. We're using Macaw's candlesticks and they are really, really cool. And let's see which one it is. It's this one. This one here is it's bigger. Let's take, yeah, I don't think I want to do anything else just yet. So there was a candle. We can have a candle sitting here. Actually, it should be sitting in the corner. Right there and right there. And I prefer them because we're kind of doing medieval. One step at a time. So Mr. Villager is saying in chat, there will be 2 variations for the genders. Actually, now that you said it out loud, maybe there will be 2 variations for each gender for every worker, more individuality. Yeah, one step at a time. Yes. Yes. And so there is the downstairs of the sports center right here. And then up here, these are where they sleep. So on this side, we have, and see these right here? So we're not going to have these. So let's take these away and put those in. And there's a table here and seating next to the bunk beds for them to eat. Actually kind of like that. And you can see how many beds are up here. And that's one side of this area. And then down here we have some more beds in this area. And this goes into the archery section. And so the archers are here. And I can't do anything with this side yet because that side hasn't been upgraded. So I have to wait until it has been. But I can put this here on this side. And do I have another one over here? Do I have one of those hidden? I do have one here, but the same thing is going to happen here. This is the combat side. And combat hasn't been upgraded yet. So if I put anything there, change the lights or anything, it's just going to get undone. So I'm not going to do that. But here I can do it. Now I'm saying that these magic stones that light up is something that is akin to the land that they live in. They live somewhere where there's magic stones that light up, and those stones are used for decorating. But I don't want the rods. The rods just look they look too crazy. They look too much like fluorescent lights, and so I don't want them. I don't want them. But these candles of macaws are really nice, and we can have them be here. And if we wanted, we can have, there's another candle that there is. Why do I still have some wheat seeds? Did I have too many? Maybe I did. I had too many candles. Let me see. And this belongs to Dawn of Time. So Dawn of Time has a candle. This candle right here, which is really fun. We don't actually need it here, but we'll just demonstrate it for a minute. Dawn of Time's candle, which can be like this. Notice it changes as it goes up. So it can be that tall. And then when you put the candle on it, it changes the way the candles, see that part? How that made that candelabra piece there. So that's really cool, isn't it? And that's what happens if you put a candle on it. If you put a lantern on it, it looks like this. So it makes a really nice modded street light as well. But I'm going to use these inside some of the houses and places where we don't want necessarily to have, let me do the backpack, to have candles. Do I have, how many of these do I have? I have these, they're going to add these colony banners. I might as well give them back. And I'm going to take these to the warehouse. And, or I can let them do it and put them in. What did you see there? It's blur. Oh, you can see Vincentius in the background moving, can't you? Oh yeah, look at that. He is back there. Shh. Yeah, I know, but I like your lampposts. And so I would rather keep the ones that we have. That, by the way, Mr. Villager designed those lampposts. And there he is. It's not just Primus, everyone. And, is it time? No. Okay. Okay.
I just realized that
Oh, yes?
never let anybody talk you out of getting your first cat, because those 3 cats will be the best 5 cats you've ever had.
Oh my goodness. Okay, wait now. Because I laughed, you have to tell everybody. Vincent, just come back.
I just did.
No, you didn't. They didn't hear you.
Okay.
No, you have to be on this side.
No, I can be right here.
You can be right
You
there?
can hear me. Can
Okay.
you hear me?
I think I
Through
can.
your headphones?
Yes.
I think everybody can hear me.
Okay.
I'm going to assume they can.
Okay.
They're just words of wisdom. Never let anybody talk you out of getting your first cat, because those 3 cats will be the best 5 cats you've ever had.
Yeah, see, Mr. Villager, I knew that, couldn't you? And that, people, are cat lovers. And Vincentius is cat lover. It's really a shame. We would have cats. I'm allergic to them. I'm actually allergic to them in a very bad kind of way. They give me asthma, and so I can't actually live with them. I've tried everything except drugs. I have had drugs in the past at one point, but they didn't really work for me. I did find a drug that actually worked, an Asian drug that worked, but it was, it worked I don't even know how to say in regards to the way it was, but it worked, but it could be overloaded. So I would have to take such a large amount that it begins to be that it begins to be dangerous. So but I tried masks, and masks kind of work for me. They kind of work for cat dander, but what mostly happened in that respect was, I don't know what to do about this. The stairs come up to here. I'll just let it be that they can sit on the grass in this area. So yeah, unfortunately it gives me serious asthma. Cats do. And
I'll take care of it.
I know, I'm sorry, Maisie. Maisie, I think I might stop you. What are you working on? She's working on the Alchemist or the Graveyard. Let's see what it says she's working on right now. She's working on the Alchemist. Let's stop her because she's not going to get any moss carpet anytime soon. It has to be ordered through Gregory, and he's going to get it from another city. So we won't do that. Wait, what? What? So we're going to stop her from working on the Alchemist right now, and let's have her finish the Graveyard for a minute. You have an idea? You have an idea? Yes.
That was some good dinner today.
Vincentius plays instruments. Yes, he does. He definitely does. He's a guitar player and he's a drummer. You are needing songs for the bard. Oh, really? Vincentius just went to take a nap. You see, he's not in his chair. But that's a thought. You have to ask him. You have to ask him about that. Because that would be something. Yeah, that would be an interesting thing. But you would have to ask him and see if he has time and if he wants to do that. But yeah, that would be curious. He made the mermaid music. What mod pack is this? Hi, I'm Milk. This is Minecolonies. Minecolonies is this is Minecolonies, and Minecolonies is where you have these villagers and they make your town. They actually make the town for you, and that is what this is. And this town I started in March of 2026, and it is now July 2026, and we are just now at a 4.5. Half of the buildings are at level 4, and the housing, the other half of the buildings, is at level 4, and the manufacturing and builders are all at level 5 right now. All of that is level 5. And so, yes. So this is one of the styles of Minecolonies. Minecolonies has a builder tool, and let's show this builder tool. The builder tool, what you see, those squares are the border of the city. And as you get close to the border, it shows you how far out the border is from the city. The border is expanded by the buildings that you build, particularly guard towers. Guard towers expand the borders. And then you have a whole list. Let me come over here. You have a list of styles, and this is a list of styles, all the different styles that you can build cities in. And you can see all the different types of city styles that you can have. Most of the styles are medieval, but we do have 2 underwater styles. We have some other extra pieces that belong to add-ons for Minecolonies. So Minecolonies is being modded by Trade Post. And so yes, so these are things that are there. I haven't actually checked again to see if V-Knight actually got a chance to update the piece that he was doing, which was the outpost here. And this is the outpost piece right here at level 1 and level 5. And let's see if he actually got to do it. No, it does not have a builder. So it still doesn't have a builder in it, so it can't be used right now because there's no one to build. So we'll let that go. But yes, so the build tool gives you all the different housing. Now we're using Old English and Old English style, and you can see the author's name. These are the people who designed the styles. Oh, you like steampunk? Yeah, steampunk is really cool and has some really cool buildings in it. Let's go back to steampunk for a minute. TEAM. And this is steampunk style. And for example, let's do something, for example, just as an example. The town hall for the steampunk style. So this is the town hall right here. For Anyanka's style, this is the town hall. This building right here, which includes this dining hall section and this library section, are all a part of this town hall. This is the town hall for steampunk. And we have actually built this town hall in the past. This is the level 1, and the level 5 looks like this. So steampunk is really, it's really amazing. And if you look on my YouTube, you'll see for Seabridge, there's a playlist called Seabridge. And in that playlist, we build this town hall specifically for an area that is partly on the rocks and partly underwater. And so, yeah, there's wonderful. Now this style, the steampunk style, let's switch and go back to Steam, EAM, is Mubian and Motionless Train and Yalukovi. They made this style together. And that's what you can do. You can pick any of those styles, and then your builder will build those buildings. And it's really quite impressive when they're done. And yeah, there's a lot of things going on. It is daytime, it says, but it's raining. It's not thunderstorming, so I can't go to sleep. And we'll just come down here. There's Amari. Amari is not working. Let's get Amari and Cohen back to research since they're not doing the... Let's come here. Since they're not doing the resort right now, we'll get them to come back to research. So Cohen is the bartender, Amari is the guest services, and I will take some time. I'm going to take some time to give Ayer, the lead developer for Trade Post for Minecolonies. That's a separate mod, Trade Post for Minecolonies, and I'm going to give him some help. I'm going to try and see if I can help him figure out why in my edge case city, so I'm usually an edge case, in my edge case city, why I can't get services to work, why it says that everybody is red all the time. And so I'm going to look at that and see what I can do, because red is not relaxing. Red is not relaxing. When they're red, they're distressed. And so it's not relaxing. So I want to see if that means that they just have been there so long that they haven't gotten what they wanted. That's usually what red means. And so we'll see how that turns out. But so this is the city where it is at this point. And you can see that we have a lot of light in this university area. Look at the lighting in the university area. That's pretty intense, isn't it? Wow. I think when this is done, see how many lights are here? I think when this is done, I think we're going to remove some of these. It just seems like a lot. But it is interesting. It is an interesting look. This is the graveyard, and she's going to start working on the graveyard in a moment. This is the entrance to the catacombs right here, which are underneath the cathedral. And Maisie, who's the builder, she is going to start working on this. You can see that there are chambers down here that are being opened up. And then back here, this is an excavation of the nether portal so in my story, they found this nether portal when they started building the cathedral, and it's ancient. And so the Cairo, I believe, is our nether ambassador. Cairo is supervising the excavation of this portal, and he's going to use this portal to reach the nether when it is all completed. This is a level 4 of this portal, and she will start the level 5. Maisie will work on the level 5. Do you need to give them the materials to build? Yes and no. So in the beginning, when you first start out, you only have 4 people, and they start building stuff for you, which is wonderful. But you do have to have some materials in the beginning for them to build with. But then you try and get a certain group of people together right from the beginning. And it's interesting, Mr. Villager and Hyam, that on Discord, on Minecolonies team's Discord, just in this last 24 hours, someone actually said, here's what I do in the beginning, to someone asking the question like you were asking about how do you get the materials together. And what happens in the beginning is you absolutely need a miner and a forester right away. And if you have a miner, you're going to get stone. If you have a forester, you're going to get trees. You have to have a dining hall right away. You have to have a hospital. Those things are the things that are going to happen. And this person was advising the thing that I absolutely would advise, and that is, do not build your housing higher than your dining halls. So if your dining hall is only a level 1, you can't have level 2 or level 3 or level 4 housing. You're going to have a problem with feeding people. So you want all of your restaurants, your dining halls, to be higher levels than your housing until you get to level 5, and then they can all be at the same level. So right now we have level 5 dining halls, and our houses are level 4s mostly. And oh yes, and the university. The other thing that you need really quickly, really from the beginning, is to build the university, because when you build the university, it helps you get things faster. So the university, you can do research, and you can do research that will help increase what people can do, and it also helps unlock some of the builder places that you need. So you need a university pretty early on so that you can unlock a stonemason, for example. So you can unlock a sawmill, which is a carpenter who will help you make the kind of wood pieces that you need. And so you can unlock the Fletcher, so that you can get string and weaponry. The Fletcher is going to make. And so all of that is available here for you to be able to do. And it's very well constructed so that you can grow your city pretty well. I think this is one of the first ones where since the new food, that we have, this is one of the first ones that I've done where I've grown the city in the way that Minecolonies wants it to be. I would suggest also having a fishery. Fisheries, when you get fish right away, fisheries give you more than animal farms do. So if you have a fishery first, when you have level 1 people, you can serve fish. And if you grow potatoes first, you have to grow potatoes and carrots because you have to have them for medication. So if you grow them first, you'll have food as well. You'll have potatoes to bake. And then you can start growing the wheat that you need for the animals. You need Minecraft wheat for animals, and you need durum wheat for the people. And I still need another durum wheat farm field, which is, how much time do I have here? I'm going to try and see where I can fit one. Why don't I go to this guard shop right here, and I will go to sleep. So now I have more than, Minecolonies is vanilla, and they pride themselves on doing vanilla features that they have all these designs that you can have, and you don't need anything more than them. Let's close the curtains here and let's go to sleep. It's raining. Everyone's gone to bed. See where it says all the citizens have gone to bed. And look at that. We now have fertilizer. Fertilizer has been done. So that means that we're going to get more food from the fields because we researched fertilizer. Let's come here and let's go to bed. And it is morning now. So I have a lot of mods as well. So I have a lot of furniture mods, which allow me to, and let me come here so you can see. This is I have Beautify, one of the furniture mods that gives me all sorts of things, lights and candlesticks and stuff. You will try the mod later today? Cool. Nice. It is a fun mod. But what I would suggest, if you're going to do it in survival, the way Minecraft is, that when you try the mod, you need to, as a player, a single player, you need to have some materials already. So if you have and you need some weaponry, what you are not seeing here is the combat. If you don't want combat, you would have to make it a peaceful city. I have a peaceful city. Other than that, you're going to have skeletons, you're going to have pirates, you're going to have barbarians, you're going to have all these different people that are going to attack your city. And if you are playing with the barbarians and the pirates and skeletons and endermen, if all those people are on, then you're going to need combat. You're going to need an army. And there are plenty of guard towers. I don't have them because we're at peace. This is Alderaan. And that's how I play. I play like I'm on Alderaan. And for those of you who don't know, that is the peaceful planet in Star Wars. But if you didn't, then you would need walls around this entire city. You would need guard towers probably like, see along this border here, this river border, I have one. I would need another one right here. I'd need another one on the other side of this tavern here. And then I'd need another one here. And then I'd need one in the gatehouse. Gatehouse right here would be a guard tower right in this part. And were we thinking of a way to expand the village borders, but no idea? What do you say? And after a certain population size, different raider types will come to kill the citizens. Yeah, and you definitely need something. So you'd have to have walls. You'd have to have enough people to be to guard the city, as well as to grow food and to manufacture things. I've been playing Minecolonies since 12, probably before 12, since 12 maybe, and this is 21. So I've done all that fighting stuff, and I don't want to fight anymore. I'm sick of it. So, but there are lots of people who love it, and you can go to Discord if you have a Discord presence. Minecolonies team has that, or you can go to Minecolonies team on Patreon, and you can ask questions in both of those places, and they'll be able to answer any questions that you have and anything that you want to know about the mod. Minecolonies team is an active team of modders, and they really keep up with what's going on, and it's really wonderful. Now, we're at 21.1 in NeoForge. The reason they have not gone up with Minecraft is because Minecraft is unstable right now. And so it's more likely that the next 26, that a lot of the mods will migrate to 26, but there's no way of knowing for sure until 26 is stable. But there are mods like Minecolonies team that are preparing to upgrade, but right now 21, NeoForge 21 is the most stable of the Minecolonies ones. And so yes, so I was just going over that for Hayem, since they were interested in seeing in Minecolonies and what type of mod this is. Now let me find a farm. I have just enough time, I think, for the 3-hour mark for me to see where I need to put. I'm either going to add another farmer completely, or I'm going to have a farm. Now, I have some field. See over here where it's sparser? See this area right here? If we look at the border goes all the way back to here. So in this area, if we wanted to expand, we could put some farms here. I don't want to do that though. Wolves still live in this area. There's still wolves back here. And so I don't like to sort of like do away with all of their habitat. This is not for fabric or only Neo. Yes, it's only for NeoForge at this level. I think they're still surfacing 20, and I think 20 is actually on CurseForge, but this one is NeoForge. This is NeoForge. And all of the mods that I have are for NeoForge as well. So all the furniture mods that I have, they have a presence on NeoForge, and that makes it possible for me to have them. Now, so I don't really want to go into these trees, but we did expand into the flat area that was back here, and we put in this climate-controlled greenhouse right here. We did also put in the rabbit hutch in this area. So if I was to put in a farm, I don't want to put it here, though. I would have to put it right here. But let me see if I can do something different. Now, we've already put farms into this area. We brought the animal farms back into these trees here. And I don't want to... And we have these fields in the maple groves right here. I would hate to kind of do it, but in actuality, see this hill right here. If we were going to add another farm, it maybe should be here. Or if I added another farmer, I might get away with bringing this. I just don't want to. This is what keeps happening. I don't actually want to do that. Now that would be interesting, wouldn't it? Look at this. You know what this is? This is the top of the sugar farm that we covered. What if we put a farm here? That would be interesting. How would they get up here? We'd have to make a way for them to be able to get up here. They can come up from this area. I could take this away right here and have them be able to cross up in here and come up to here and put a farm here on top of that. That would be interesting. That way I wouldn't be doing anything with the trees. And this could be a pretty big farm. Let's look at farms for a minute. Let's look at farm fields. Let's go to original, IG, original Minecolonies, and let's look at the fields. Infrastructure, fields. The large field looks like this. So it's a square. And let's see how big it is to sit on top of this part right here. I think it's too wide, but let me see. Yep, it's too wide to sit here. Unless we sat it. Unless we put it across. This is also the top of Violetta's building right there. We could set it here. And then it would be, yeah, we could actually set it here and set it here. Now this is probably the largest field that there is, this one right here. Violetta's not doing anything. Let's have her work on this field. So let's turn this around. Is it turning the field around? There's the face. So let's see if I can turn the field around. It's actually not turning it. You see that? So the field is facing that way. And we do at least have gate on both sides. Let's go to sleep for a second and we'll look at it again. And then we'll have Violetta, who is the builder in this area. She can build that. Let's come here. Yep, there it is. So we're going to come into this area. Did I close the door? No. No? Let's close this door. Right here. There we go. And let's come in the curtains. And close them, and let's go to sleep. And there we go. So we have another set of research that's been done. And so our research is going really fast. Look at that. So we have full stock. So I'm going to check and see if that allows for the buildings to have more, to stock more, and we'll check on that. But in a moment, because we're putting up a farm right here. So if we put a farm here, he has too many farms already to do a farm. If we put a farm here, one of these here, we could almost put in a small farm right on this corner right here too. So we would have 3 wheat farms. So if we had an extra wheat farm up here, I think I'd want to have a dedicated farmer. Where are we putting this farmer? Where are we going to put another farmer? Let's start with this. Let's have Violetta come up and do this. So let us begin. So let us come here and let's assign a builder, and we're going to assign Violetta to build the building. Now this is the roof of this building. So she shouldn't need to go down farther than the roof itself. She should need to go the way we're putting it in. And so we shouldn't have any problem with that. So she's going to take the grass off the top and do all of that. And then we want to put in another one. But before we do, where are we going to have this extra builder? I've got a builder right here. Farmer. I've got a farmer here. I could have a farmer back here, but where would they live? If we had a farmer back here, I've got Violet's house right here, and then we have 2 houses here. It would be better if the farmer was here. So see this, not on this side. We could have stairs go up here next to this house and come into this area and have a set of farms in this area and have the farmer be in this area. So what farmer do we want to put in? Because we're not getting enough durum wheat. We're running out of the durum too fast. So even though we've done the research and we're getting more, one field is not enough for the fact that we have 4 dining halls. Not one, we have 4 dining halls. And that's why we're running out of durum wheat. That's why we're running out of the wheat. And that's why we have 2 sugar fields, because we have 2 bakeries. So what do you think, Mr. Villager? Where should I put? Because what I could do is I could have him work these fields. I could have Brian, this is Brian right here, work this field. This is a pepper field. Work this pepper field and 2 or 3 wheat fields right here. And have another farmer work this greenhouse and these 2 fields right here. And if I did, they could live here. Where would they work? So let me look at some of the farms for a minute. I'm going to rise up here so I can look at some farms. Let's look at Arcology. Arcology has a really small footprint. And if we look at farms, horticulture, this is the Arcology farm, and this is the one that we want. So we've built, we have 4 or 5 farms already. So building an Arcology farm, that's all it is. It's just this piece. Would be good for what we're doing here. So if we can either build this farm into here, like there's room for it. So this is where she is. This is where Violetta is, right here. We could put the farm, I think we could put an Arcology farm right in between these 2 farms. So we would have the Arcology farm. Nope, there's not enough room. So there's the field coming out. So there's not enough room on this side to do it. Let's look here at this. We could add the Arcology farm to this building right here. This would be interesting to do. Why don't we do that? Remember when we were going to put a road in here, and there is a road under there. We're just not using it because it wasn't going to work the way we wanted. Nope, wrong kind of wood. Put that wood in. All right. So right here we've got this house. Right here, and right next to it we have this field right here. Now I did want to I want to save this. We might be able to have a stable in the next coming month. There might be a stable that we can put in for Minecolonies. There is a piece that says stable. There just isn't any buildings yet. This piece right here, Minecolonies huts, that says stables. But when we go to look for stables, when we take this piece and click on it and see if there are any stables, I don't think there are any yet. Let's see. Last time we did this, there weren't any at all, and there still aren't. So there aren't any stables yet. So this is the future that we're going to have a stable. So I think I want to hold that space for a stable. So if I put in the hut block, let me see, there's one more place that I can look where there's farm extension or farm enclosure, like a farm enclosure, like a farm piece that's supposed to be nested. Let's look at steampunk for a second. Let's come here and look at steampunk and see if steampunk has a nested farm. Horticulture, and there's residence. No, it doesn't. So the residence is nested, but the farm is not. Who else? I know that Cliffs doesn't, War doesn't, and I don't think we're going to find what we're looking for. This is why we have this Shire one right here. So what we could do, this would be interesting. Look at this. Let's do Arcology. Let's see how big this building is. Horticulture. This is the farm. And let's X, and let's put it here now. Horticulture and the farm, and there it is. So this is how big this building is. Oh, look at this. Oh, that's an interesting thing. We could put it on top of the other farm. Right here like this. Oh, now that would be curious. So when they came in, they could come in this field. So they can come in this field here, walk through here, come over to here, and go to the other farm, which would be sitting right here. I actually like that. Let me look on the inside of this farm and see if this is coming down into... This is a level 5, which is why we can do that. And we can't see the white in here or in here. Good. If we could see the white part of the border, that means that it would take away the roof, but it's not going to. So this is not coming down far enough to take away the roof part. What a curious thing. Let's sit it here. So see, you can see this field being right here. She's probably going to ask for dirt. to go right here. And this is where she's going to put the stone in around. And the villagers' borders, but no idea. What do you say? The villagers? You mean the villagers that we have behind that live, how am I facing? That live over here? Remember there are villagers over here? See that house? That's a house on the hill right there. And these villagers, they left the village. Remember they left? Took their golem with them and just left 2 people behind to watch over the village until they returned. And we were trying to figure out how to get all of them together. And so, not yet. This is to avert the durum crisis, actually. Do you have durum? Can you sell us durum? I didn't think that you were doing any cities right now where we could trade. Mr. Villager is the ambassador in my story to villagers, to Minecraft villagers, and he arranges treaties for them and arranges for us to trade with them. And so I really like the idea of this being here. Now, when it is a level 1, it's going to look like this. Level 2. A level 5 is going to be stone. We'll bring it back to wood the way these are. See the way this one is here? We can bring it back to wood and have it later be wood. Let's turn, those pumpkins are on the top of this roof here. And I think we're good. Yeah, let's turn it that way. So that when they come up from here, this is where they're coming to. So because we're doing this, I think we're going to end up taking away this part of the field right here. Oh, why am I using that? Let's use a real shovel. This is, after all, Minecraft. Let's use a shovel. Let's use a shovel right here. Take away this section. Let's put in dirt here. Let's put in, is this full block? Let's put full block in here. And let's have this piece of log here, which is a part of the house. Great. So this piece has to be here. So let's take this away and put in this piece of wood here. So this is a level 5, this farm. So any of the changes that I'm making are permanent. If this was not a level 5, every time they went to upgrade this building, they would change it. And so, and then come to here, and this is where we would have another set of stairs. Let's make this into this, that there, and there it is. So this is where the farm is going to be, right there. So Violetta's going to work on this when she gets done. So we're going to assign a builder, and we're going to assign a builder, and there it is. There's our field piece. You can't see it in the dark, but I will turn on the light. And I'll set the light right here for a second so we can see. And then I'll get the builder to build this building. So Violetta will build this building after she gets done with the farm that she's working on right over here. See, she's working on this farm right here. And then we want to put in another field right next to it. Let's go to sleep. It's dark. Oh no, it's 10. How did I do that? Look what time. It's 10 minutes after the 3-hour mark. I might as well go to the half. I'm going to go to the half hour. 3.5 hours. Vincentius is taking a nap. So I'm going to go to the 3.5 hours. And we'll come here. And we'll go to sleep. So she's going to make the farm, and we're going to have another farmer. So let's come down, and we'll have to hire another farmer. We'll have to have someone who can be a farmer. Let's look at our people for a second and see if we have anyone who is prepared to be a farmer. So that would be stamina and athletics. Bryson. Cohen is the bartender. Nia is, everyone's upside down. Tatiana's the combat nurse, and Estella is the teacher. Heidi could do this. I don't like them being there's one. There she is, Catalina. So Catalina doesn't have anything to do yet. Catalina is one of the new kids on the block. Catalina came in with the last group, if I'm not mistaken, of kids. Let me check and see. Yes, she did. And Nia and Wade raised her. And raised her with Iris. She was one of the first to grow up. She is going to be the farmer here, and we're going to put her as possible farmer. She has the best numbers for it. They're the most even. So the stamina should be more than the athletics, but I like them to be even. You can see some people like Heidi, who has 10 and 6. 9 and 7 is a better fielding of it. So I prefer that. And let's come here and let's do possible farmer first. And so we'll do that so that I remember who it is. Are you stuck in here again? Recall the worker. Now I put down places for him, and he's still going into the hut block. Grr. And there isn't anything in the hut block that says, so that means that it's hard coded in to there. All right, so this is going to be worked on afterwards, and you can see Violetta coming up there to get here. Rather than coming over this field part here. This is brand new, this part right here. Let's put in a stair piece on this side here. Oh, I have to do it from here so that I can do that. So they can come up to here, and this is where the farm is going to be. And when it's done, we'll see. Now on this side here, do I want to put something so that they can get up here? Right now, she's just using this. I can make it so that she can see this and that it's okay for her to use this. Let's do this here, all the way down into this area. Let's fix this. There we go. And I think I'm good with that for right now, until we see what else is going to go on there. But we can have her come from there. I think she needs this block to be here. She might need both of these blocks, but we'll see when she starts working on it. If she does, we'll have to do something. And so this is to deal with the durum problem that we're having. And that's what this is about. And she's still waiting for some materials to make this side of the farm right over here. And we're going to put in another field. These are all going to be durum fields here. So see, we have a field here. Let's come here and let's go to original, IG, and let's get a tiny field of durum that we can put here in the fields. This fancy field is very small, and there it is right there. And let's bring it down. And look how tiny it is. So see, we can have another one of these fields here. Let's connect the two fields. And they can walk through to whichever field at the time. But we don't have to do anything with this. Look at this fitting right here like this so perfectly. This is great. I would move it back one. I could overlap them just in this portion right here. Or I could add just another section to this part right here. Let's not overlap them. Let's put this one here. And let's come here and let's assign a builder. And we're going to assign Violetta to do this as well. So now she's going to do that. We're going to add, what kind is this? Is this this? Yes, it is. We're going to add this right here to this part, which means we have to add this here. Over here, we're going to bring this down, and we'll have to bring this part down. So we've got some plants in here that won't go away, some violets. Bring those into this area. And right here, let's take away these and put that in. So we're just bringing that part of the valley section right there over a little bit more. And there she goes. So you can see her putting in the field pieces that need to be there. And she is putting in the top of that. She's going to be done in a minute. And then she'll start working on the actual field. We don't need these. And how we're going to the half-hour mark for me, which is another 13 minutes, and we'll do that. And we're just going to watch her. In a second, she's going to be done. There go the torches. And there we are. Are you out of torches? Is she short a torch? Or is she done? Let's see if she's done. Dun da da da! She's done. So this is now the field, and a field is a decoration. So it is a single build, and this field is going to be durum wheat. And we're going to begin by taking off the torches here. I'm just going to pick all these torches off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So I need to give her 12 torches back. Oh, okay. So we'll give these back to her because I just took them away. We don't need any torches there. But we'll put them in here so she'll have them when she needs them again. This is her builder's shop right here, which is why she's doing it. And look how fast she is. Look at that. That's just amazing. That's wild. She cleared the ground away. We have a piece of ground there. We'll see how it works out when we get to it. I think this is going to work out okay right here. But she started working on this, and when she gets done with the level 1, she's going to do this field, and then we'll bring her back to do the level 3, 4, and 5 of this farm. And when it is a level 2, I think we'll bring, well, it has to be a level 1 in order for us to even put anybody here. And so we'll do that. And if we do that, she would have 1, 2, we could have her have this pepper field and have him just work on the others. I think he has 5 fields. And so I think that's what we would do. We would come here, and this pepper field is the closest. Yes. So we'll take this field off. This pepper field is going to go to the farmer who's up here, and that will give them a 3rd field. So they'll do this pepper field, and these 2 wheat fields, and that gives them 3 fields. I like to have either 3 or 4 fields depending on the field sizes. Whoa, she's doing that so fast. Look at this. Look at how fast she's building. Look at how fast she's building this. Wow. That was wild. So she's just going back and getting some materials. And here she comes. She's going to bed. Violetta lives in this house right here, and so she just went to bed. It's nighttime. She's going to bed, and who just came out? And there's the 2 of them going up. I don't have a walkway for them yet. How much time do I have? I have 10 minutes, 9 minutes. I could do a walkway right quick for them. It's going to be hard to do in the dark. Let's go to sleep. Is everyone asleep yet? Not yet. Look at the sun. We've got a gorgeous sunset. I'm flying over the city for a moment. Now this is the farthest southwest, right here. This area here, and this is the river port for the Coconina River, and this is the farthest northeast, which is where we're working on right now. And that's a direct cross section over top of the city. Let me see here for a second. And Wade. Whoa, Wade finished. Ooh, Wade finished. He finished the archery. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. So this is a level 5. See, there are 5 positions for the archers. A level 5 archery. And the archery, this is the archery field right here. And then this is the barracks. And inside, this is the new archery area here. And we have a desk area. We're going to take this off and put candles here. This is a level 5, so I can do this. We're going to put candles in this area. I just think they look too, they look too modern. I know I've got these magic lights in the walls, but I can say that they're from somewhere. This is a level 5 now, so we're going to take this away. We're going to have a candle be here on top of this bookcase. Not this one. Let's get a different candle. Let's go to the backpack and get a shorter. I'm going to get one of these for up here. And we can set this candle right there. And there we go. So that's going to be the light on this side. And here, there's a candle already here. Let's trade this candle out and do a smaller one here as well. So this is for all the archers. These are the beds for the archers. And then over here, on the other side of this stair, is the combat area. And this hasn't been worked on yet. So I can come down here and have Wade start working on this to bring it up to the level 5. And when Wade is done with these 2 projects, bringing that up to the level right there. Did you land on the roof? Where did you land? Did you hear that? That's a trader. There's a trader somewhere. Hopefully not in the building. I wonder if they let up. Nope, I hear him. Okay, so he is. He's on the roof. I probably But I don't see the llamas, and I wonder if that means that they didn't survive the drop. Sometimes the llamas don't. But I heard the villager. Oh, there they are. Dun, 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 dun. There they are. They're right there. Okay, safe and sound. That's good. What I was going to say was that when Wade is done, he is going to work on these two buildings. And I think we were supposed to, I forget what order. I think this building is last and this building's first. So we're going to bring this building up to the level 4 first. Build options. The builder is going to be Wade. Upgrade the building. So we're planning for him to work on this building after he finishes the combat center. So this barracks is the sports center. We don't have an army, so this is what we're using for our sports center. So this is where the kids, the university kids, come and they study. Let's close that so he doesn't. No, you can't bring them in. Yeah, I know. I think they're going to get broken. I think I just separated him from his llamas. So this is essentially the sports center. They do competitive archery. They compete in archery tournaments, and over here they compete in so I'm looking at the sword. So when you see in movies about medieval times where they show them doing, what do they call it when they do those jousts? So this is the jousting area for them. We don't have stables yet, so we don't do jousting on horses, but we do have jousting that's done for hand-to-hand combat. And so that's what's going to happen there. I think that they're unattached. Yep. I think that he went inside and they couldn't go inside, so they're broken. Their lines got broken. So they'll disappear when he disappears, but I just didn't want him bringing them in. And this is Josie? No, this is Ivan. So Ivan is one. And here comes Mauricio. Mauricio is making rounds as well. And so the fact that we didn't have enough durum is the reason that we needed to add an extra farmer and an extra field. And we're putting that field, we were trying to put that field someplace where we wouldn't take down more of the taiga forest that's behind us. We did not take down the forest. We did remove some trees in this area and we replanted them, but we didn't, this was all a valley here, and the reason it was a valley there is because this is the land of witches, and that house on the hill is a witch's house. It is not a dungeon. Let's go in first. It is not a dungeon. It has no dungeon piece in it. And so that is how we know that it's a witch's house. It doesn't have a single spawner in it. That abandoned right there. So that means it's a witch's house. And that's my story. That's the way I'm telling this story. And so how close are we? We are a minute from the full 3.5 hours. And I have to stop. This is a very curious day. I'll tell you about it after it's over. But some very strange thing has happened. And yeah, maybe I'll talk about it in the next stream. The next stream is going to be Twitch. This is my YouTube stream for today, and the next time I stream is going to be a Twitch stream. And if you have a Twitch account, you'll be able to go out and follow. If not, when you come back to YouTube, when I come back to YouTube in a day after tomorrow, I'll actually show you the things that we do. Now, my schedule has been weird and I have missed sometimes. I try and stream every other day to each one of them, but sometimes I don't get a chance to. So I hope that you enjoyed watching me play Minecolonies on Minecraft, and we've been listening to Drone Hands. And if you want to know about the music is listed in my about, and it's Drone Hands Music, and he is on Twitch and on Bandcamp and on YouTube. So you can see his videos for, yes, who's this? I think this is a visitor. Look at this. I have someone's attention. I definitely do. It's like, you're in my way. Well, I'm not. What? What are you trying to do? He was just trying to get my attention. And so we're going to listen to Vincentius Primus now. And Vincentius Primus's music is going to take us out. Did that light go off a long time ago and I ignored it? Wow. Enjoy your games, everyone. Mr. Villager, thanks for being in chat. Thanks to Hayem also for being in chat. And everyone else, enjoy watching all the other gamers. And yes, I will see you soon. Ready? Bye for now, everyone. Bye for now.